From the murky waters of the sportsman's paradise, stories emerge. Stories of the generations of people who have shared in the bounties of the land. Stories of communities that have persevered through natural disasters. Stories of the abundance of fish, wildlife, and adventures that create an ecosystem rich in diversity. And from the silted banks of the mighty Mississippi to the soggy marsh bottoms, from the tops of towering pine forests to the depths of the salty Gulf, human and animal have shared this fortune for centuries. Enjoy these stories as told by outdoor journalists who travel across our state, documenting the adventure, sportsmanship, and heritage that make us Bayou Wild.
Welcome to Bayou Wild TV. We're here at Morton's Seafood Restaurant in Madisonville, our home base, and we have a great show, a very Cajun show for you today.
Now, if you consider frogging Cajun, yep, we're definitely Cajun. We'll take you down to Kaplan, Louisiana, to Crawfish Haven, where we had a great time catching some bullfrogs. Woo, Martha!
1 frog, 2 frog, 3 frog.
And we've got another edition of The Captain's Wife, this time Janelle Folse of Captain Clyde Folse, also known as the Crappie Psychic.
It didn't take long before we were recognized, and we got picked up by a distributor pretty quick. Orders started coming in, and he was drowning. I'm like, this man needs help. You know, if anything, I need to step up to the plate and be his wife. I need to help him with this. I need to help him fulfill his dream. Little did I know would soon become part of my dream.
Closed captioning made possible by Ceto.com. Become a member.
Here's how I guarantee my crawfish tastes great every time. I use Louisiana Fish Fry brand seafood boil. Why do the pros use Louisiana Fish Fry seafood boil?
Because the flavor is so good.
It has more garlic, onion, paprika, lemon, and not too much salt.
It has much better flavor.
Louisiana Fish Fry brand seafood boil. Find the yellow bag, pour and boil for great crawfish every time.
In 1967, Dutch Stogner realized his dream to run his own meat market. 50 years and 3 generations later, Double D and the Stogner family still operate with Dutch's original commitment to quality. Pick up some Double D sausage today and share your good times with us on Facebook.
If there is one sport that'll make you feel like a kid again, it's frogging. Coming up. Focus right there. Yes, the mama!
Saved it!
The stud of the night.
Want to be part of the Bayou Wild film crew? Sign up for our Cajun Invasion Wild Pheasant Hunt in the remote hills of South Dakota, December 3rd through 7th. Bad River Bucks and Birds provides lodging, meals, transportation, dogs, and bird cleaning. Details at dontheoutdoorsguide.com.
Find out if alternative treatment is the answer to your pet's health issues. Contact Dr. G at vetnaturally.com.
So we're out here at Kaplan at Crawfish Haven, and we're gonna go hit the crawfish ponds, but this time we're going after frogs. We've got Avery and Dean. Are you guys ready to catch some frogs?
Yeah.
So what you're gonna do is we're gonna take the spotlight, we're gonna shine it in their eyes, and then we're gonna sneak up on them and grab them. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Let's do this.
Many childhoods involved running barefoot through the neighborhood, capturing any creature that crawled, squirmed, or hopped. If there's any activity that brings back childhood nostalgia, it's frogging.
All right, 1 for 1. You know, there's always a big hoopla when the season opens, like deer, duck, or turkey. But the frog season kind of slips into darkness in June, and boy, it's a whole lot of fun. First of the night, nice.
On hot summer nights, Louisiana bullfrogs sit along the banks of bayous and ponds as prime targets for sportsmen of all ages.
Woo! Watch out, they like to pee on you.
Nice frog.
Give him a kiss, Dean. Oh my God, he's not even scared.
You may never know if the one you catch is a prince or named Jeremiah, but everyone who's tried it knows frogging is a ton of fun.
It's really not hard at all, especially in the boat, because I'll pull you right up to the boat and you just grab them with your hands and we put them in the box after that. Well, they got a few snakes, but we're in the boat, so it's okay. I mean, as long as you stay in the boat, you're all right.
One to the right, straight, to the right, there. Straight. That's it, right there, right there. Good catch.
Froggy,
froggy, froggy. You got some nice pretty legs. You got some pretty legs.
1 frog, 2 frog, 3 frog.
See that frog up against that bank? He's about to become my frog legs. Oh no. Wait, he's still up. Cut a little bit to the left, Barry, a little bit to the left. Ah, yes! Oh. Yes, baby, you are not getting away.
That's a stud. Man.
What's that? Said something about he's a prince, he wants a kiss. I think he's worth more to keep a talking frog. Yeah!
4, yay!
Maybe this is why Kermit sang "It Ain't Easy Being Green."
Oh, he's a fat one. He just peed on me.
Whoa, whoa! The lunker.
As outdoor sports go, frogging's pretty simple. All you need is a basic fishing license. Remember, no firearms, a good hand or headlamp, a steady hand, and firm grip.
I've lived in Louisiana for 3.5 years, and frogging has been on my bucket list since day one. I just hadn't met the right folks or found the right honey hole, but I think tonight we successfully accomplished that.
Martha really surprised me. You know, I thought she's not a girly girl type. She's pretty rugged, and I thought she would do well, but I had no idea how good she was going to be at grabbing those frogs. I think maybe she only missed one and it was a really tough catch. She really excelled.
Yes, the mama!
Saved it!
The stud of the night! At 10:15 at night, Monday through Friday, I used to be wearing a dress, makeup, and standing on a green screen. 10:15 at night on a Wednesday, I'm out in a crawfish pond catching frogs, and I bet you can guess which one is a little more fun.
And grabbing them, that's the easy part, right?
Hey, look at my, look. From his mouth to my, no!
When they go to grab them, they don't want to grab them tight enough, and they just slip through the hand.
No. He slowly slid away from me too.
He's looking to grab.
Oh! Jumped.
Get him? Oh, he played dead for you.
There's some organza in him. Yeah.
Good job, Dad.
That frog must have been dead.
That's how you grab a frog.
I don't know exactly how long it's been since I've been frogging, but I know growing up in Morganza, we used to go out in the spillway all the time and act like we're chasing those frogs. This was definitely a lot more fun than I remember it. And to be out here with Dean, it was pretty cool. I think he enjoyed it. Now he's getting tired. It's kind of late. He was kind of slacking towards the end. He kept wanting to sit on my lap and go home, but he enjoyed it. He'll be talking about it tomorrow.
What do you think we're going to do with those frogs? What's going to happen to them?
We're going to cook them.
Yeah, my man.
Pow. His head?
No.
Ow! God dog it.
I think it's
What happened?
No, we got something.
Consolation crawfish prize.
Let me tell you what, you can bring the whole family out here and do this. It's a lot of fun for kids. There's so many things to see in the dark. You get that unique perspective moving through the bayou and the ponds. And kids just love it. This will be something that they will remember for the rest of their life. They'll be telling stories. Hey, remember that time we went frogging with Miss Martha and Mr. Don?
Grab him fast.
Stick your arm out.
Grab him!
Get him! Oh!
Yeah, I got him. Yeah, by one leg. By a leg. That's a fat one.
You tried to catch them frogs? Yeah? You got to touch them frogs? Yeah? You want to see this frog dance? Hello, my baby. Hello, my honey. Hello, my ragtime guy.
So this is only the second time I've been frogging, and I have to say that these were some jumbo frogs. So maybe they were a little easier to catch than the smaller ones, but I gotta give it to Don. He is the master. He caught the ones that were up in the grass that nobody else thought they could catch, even when they jumped away. Even with a bum knee, he was out there and he wrangled them like a pro. In the grass.
Climbed up the bank.
Yeah,
Wait.
No way. No way.
Yes way! Yes way!
The master!
Even got salad with it. There you go. That's how you grab a Louisiana frog.
That's 60-something years of frogging right there.
Now, there's no limits on the number of frogs you can catch, but there is a size limit if you're catching frogs on public lands. We have two species of frogs that we target in Louisiana, the pig frog or croak, and the bullfrog. Now, in the pig frog, they have to measure, and this is how to measure a frog, is from the tip of the nose to the base of the tail. Has to be 3 inches. On a bullfrog, 5 inches.
I've cleaned a lot of fish, but I played with a lot of frogs growing up, so this is a little harder for me.
You didn't cut the front feet.
It's a little gruesome, but he lived a good life in the pond, ate a lot of bugs, a lot of crawfish that we like to eat, so he must go. I think after a few I'll maybe not, I just don't want to hear him ribbiting in my sleep. You know, Silence of the Lambs, just a little worried about that.
Hi, I'm Donnie Rouse. There are a lot of different reasons to shop at Rouse's.
It's the people. Everybody that works here is just so nice.
Our stores get deliveries 7 days a week.
They have such a wide variety at Rouse's. Everything's in stock. I mean, everything.
We use Rouse family recipes and ingredients found right here in the store.
It's the food. Rouse's food tastes like homemade.
And they're local.
Like us.
We also have great prices.
That's the difference Rouse's makes.
As you can see, frogging is a whole lot of fun. You can bring the whole family, get the kids involved, have a lot of fun on a warm summer night. But the best part about frogging is coming up right now. Scott, how are those looking?
Oh, these are looking perfect. So we're shaking the grease off of them and I'm gonna dump them on a little bit.
Yeah.
Right there.
And there you go, fresh fried frog legs.
In 1967, Dutch Stogner realized his dream to run his own meat market. 50 years and 3 generations later, Double D and the Stogner family still operate with Dutch's original commitment to quality. Pick up some Double D sausage today and share your good times with us on Facebook.
Here's how I guarantee my crawfish tastes great every time. I use what the pros use. I use Louisiana Fish Fry brand seafood boil. Why do the pros use Louisiana Fish Fry seafood boil?
Because, guys, it has more herbs and spices.
It has a much better flavor.
It's easy, just pour and boil.
Louisiana Fish Fry brand seafood boil. Find the yellow bag, and pour and boil for great crawfish every time. You know, Martha, one of the more popular features we've had is the captain's wife. We go behind the scenes of the captains and, you know, meet their wives. And we got another interesting one. You might remember we went down to the Crappie Psychic and met Janelle.
Yes.
Not only is she a captain's wife and a business person, but she's also quite a cook.
Yeah, I would say she might be the head of the household there, and she really helps keep the business of the Crappie Psychic going. We'll take you down and introduce you to Janelle Folse.
Most sac-a-lait fishermen throughout South Louisiana have become pretty familiar with Captain Clyde Folse. But Captain Clyde will tell you that he credits much of his success as the Crappie Psychic to his wife, Janelle.
This company would not operate without Mrs. Crappie Psychic, my lovely wife, Janelle. She does so much for this company. We don't have enough time in this interview for me to tell you exactly everything she does. And she did come in kicking and screaming.
Sac-a-lait, that's what we're looking for.
But at first, I didn't even want anything to do with it, didn't want to work at it, didn't want to see it, wasn't even interested in him talking to me about it. Because at first I was like, oh, I can't do this. I don't know how to do all this. Well, when you're a small business and you can't afford to hire all the outside companies, you have to step up to the plate and learn. So I didn't let my fear get in the way. I jumped on board, started looking into things, and I realized quick that I can't hurt anything. I can only help. So, and the more I started doing it, the more comfortable I got with it. So I'm pretty comfortable with it now.
There's a lot of behind-the-scenes work that goes on for this husband and wife outdoor team. And Janelle has learned the importance of being the voice of keeping the brand on track.
As far as the invoicing, orders, getting new business, tending to all the trading shows and stuff like that, I pretty much have to do it, because if I don't do it, he doesn't have the time to do it. He really doesn't have the time to give it the attention it needs.
Janelle's support of her husband's vision helped build the brand into what it is today.
It didn't take long before we were recognized, and we got picked up by a distributor pretty quick. Orders started coming in, and he was drowning. I'm like, this man needs help. You know, if anything, I need to step up to the plate and be his wife. I need to help him with this. I need to help him fulfill his dream. Little did I know it would soon become part of my dream.
We could not operate without her. And that's saying also my son Caleb and my daughter Camry. This company would not operate without the whole family involved.
This is a family affair. We could not do this business without the whole family.
Captain Clyde and Janelle have hopes that their children will continue to learn and share the passion for their business, which could make way for more time fishing together, or perhaps even another dream business.
I don't want to use the word retiring, because I don't think we'll ever retire, because you can't retire from something you love. When you love what you do, you don't want to retire from it. But you know, I honestly would love to have some type of Bayou side camp bed and breakfast that caters to me cooking, Clyde chartering, you know, just bringing our business together. My love, my passion for cooking, his passion for crappie fishing, you know, bringing it together and just serving the people with the gifts we have.
Here's how I guarantee my crawfish tastes great every time. I use Louisiana Fish Fry brand seafood boil. Why do the pros use Louisiana Fish Fry seafood boil?
Because the flavor is so good.
It has more garlic, onion, paprika, lemon, and not too much salt.
It has much better flavor.
Louisiana Fish Fry brand seafood boil. Find the yellow bag, pour and boil for great crawfish every time.
We're fixing to add the crawfish that were caught here at Crawfish Haven into the pot.
Juices and all. Gotta have the spices.
That's right.
So Barry, crawfish season has come to an end. I know I ate my weight in them this year. How did it go out here in your ponds?
It was great. It was great. We had people from all over the world that came this year, and really had a good season with guests this year.
How many crawfish do you think you harvested this year?
I would say close to 30,000 pounds.
Wow. So how long are we gonna let this crawfish simmer in the sauce?
Probably 20 to 30 minutes.
So next up?
So while my dad and Martha are inside cooking, I'm out here doing a little bit of frying right here. We're gonna fry up some frog legs for you right here. So we've kind of got them all seasoned and everything already. We're gonna take them, we're gonna pass them through an egg wash. From the egg wash, we'll pass them into the batter. We'll batter them up real well, and then we'll put them in our grease. So we'll keep it about 350 to 375 throughout the process.
In 1967, Dutch Stogner realized his dream to run his own meat market. 50 years and 3 generations later, Double D and the Stogner family still operate with Dutch's original commitment to quality. Pick up some Double D sausage today and share your good times with us on Facebook.
We're here at Mrs. Rose's Bed and Breakfast. You may remember this kitchen from our episode where we went crawfishing with Barry Toops, the owner. Tonight we are going to make some delicious crawfish étouffée. We worked up a pretty big appetite catching those frogs. Tell us how we're going to make this.
We're going to start with the butter. First, we're going to melt down the butter. Then we're going to saute our vegetables, and it's just like pickled and spiced vegetables. And these crawfish were actually caught in the ponds here at Crawfish Haven.
So now we're adding our vegetables to our melted butter. We've got a nice bag of chopped vegetables here. And what we're making is a crawfish étouffée to go on top of some grilled sac-a-lait. Well, you don't catch sac-a-lait out in these ponds. So tell me where you actually acquired the sac-a-lait. This is a great story.
I had a group that came here from Oklahoma, and the kid graduated from high school, and all of his friends were going to Florida on their vacation, and he told his mom, look, I don't want to go to Florida. So she Googled fishing in Louisiana, and their first night they stayed in
Toledo Bend.
Toledo Bend, and they went sac-a-lait fishing, and they caught 50 sac-a-lait. They came down here. Their second night, we did the crawfish excursion, crawfish ball, and the next morning, after breakfast, he tells his mom, look, we're down here for 10 days, and the fish won't last for 10 days. Why don't we give that fish to Mr. Barry? So they gave me 50 sac-a-lait, all filleted. That's the best gift I ever got.
Already cleaned and everything.
That's right.
Imagine that has to be one of your more unique tips.
It was. Really good tip.
We've got our sac-a-lait all seasoned and hot sauced, ready to go in the skillet while our étouffée is simmering.
Now we're fixing to add the golden mushroom to the pot. We're cooking 2 pounds, so we're going to use 2 cans of golden mushroom.
I don't think I've ever seen golden mushroom before. It's definitely a little bit lighter. That's pretty. Now this has to simmer for quite some time before we add the crawfish.
That's correct.
So in 10 to 15 minutes, we'll revisit this and we'll add the crawfish.
Fixing to add the crawfish that were caught here at Crawfish Haven into the pot.
Juices and all. Gotta have the spices.
That's right.
So Barry, crawfish season has come to an end. I know I ate my weight in them this year. How did it go out here in your ponds?
It was great. It was great. We had people from all over the world that came this year, and really had a good season with guests this year.
How many crawfish do you think you harvested this year?
I would say close to 30,000 pounds.
Wow. So how long are we going to let this crawfish simmer in the sauce?
Probably 20 to 30 minutes.
So next up, while our crawfish étouffée simmers and gets all the flavors together, we're going to cook up our sac-a-lait and grill them.
While my dad and Martha are inside cooking, I'm down out here doing a little bit of frying right here. We're going to fry up some frog legs for you right here. So we've kind of got them all seasoned and everything already. We're going to take them, we're going to pass them through an egg wash. From the egg wash, we'll pass them into the batter. We'll batter them up real well, and then we'll put them in our grease. So we'll keep it about 350 to 375 throughout the process. I typically go 4 to 7 minutes at 375, and it's typically they'll be floating up there, and then I'm going to start watching the color on them and make sure they're golden enough and brown, and make sure they're crispy enough. Oh, these are looking perfect. So we're shaking the grease off of them, and I'm going to dip them on a little bit.
Yeah,
right there.
And there you go, fresh fried frog leg.
If you hunt or fish, you really need to check out 20echo.com. It's an app that you can take on the water or on the hunt. It logs all the information. It's got the date, the GPS location, tons of information to log your catch or kill. It's a great thing to have. Check it out at 20echo.com and you'll see it more on Bayou Wild TV.
Here's how I guarantee my crawfish taste great every time. I use Louisiana Fish Fry brand seafood boil. Why do the pros use Louisiana Fish Fry seafood boil?
Because the flavor is so good.
Louisiana fish fry seafood boil has more garlic, onion, paprika, lemon, and not too much salt.
Louisiana Fish Fry brand seafood boil. Find the yellow bag, pour and boil for great crawfish every time.
You've heard of surf and turf, but have you heard of surf and swamp? Tell us what we've got here.
We just finished grilling the sac-a-lait, and we added the crawfish étouffée on the top of it. And we got fried frog legs, and we're gonna do cucumbers and cantaloupe.
A little sweetened garden there. Delicious meal after a hard night working in the ponds. Well deserved, I think.
There you go.
Hi, I'm Donnie Rouse. There are a lot of different reasons to shop at Rouse's.
It's the people. Everybody that works here is just so nice.
Our stores get deliveries 7 days a week.
They have such a wide variety at Rouse's. Everything's in stock. I mean, everything.
We use Rouse family recipes and ingredients found right here in the store.
It's the food. Rouse's food tastes like homemade.
And they're local.
Like us.
We also have great prices.
That's the difference Rouse's makes.
Here's how I guarantee my crawfish tastes great every time. I use what the pros use. I use Louisiana Fish Fry brand seafood boil. Why do the pros use Louisiana Fish Fry seafood boil?
Because, guys, it has more herbs and spices.
It has a much better flavor.
It's easy, just pour and boil.
Louisiana Fish Fry brand seafood boil. Find the yellow bag, pour and boil for great crawfish every time.
Thanks for joining us for another edition of Bayou Wild. Coming up next week.
Whenever I make seafood dishes like this, so I always want to put enough shrimp in there to just kind of cook it away. Just let it cook into that rice, flavor that risotto, let it go ahead and cook away. And then at that point, I have my risotto, I have my rice, and let me put a little more heat on this. I have the rest of my seafood ready to go into it at the end, right about the time I'm getting ready to serve it.
Coming up next week, another tasty trip to White Oak Plantation with Chef Janelle Folse for some shrimp risotto.
Ooh, and you don't want to miss that.
No, indeed.
And be sure to follow us on social media. We have a Facebook page, an Instagram page where we post behind-the-scenes photos and extra videos. Also, all of our shows are in full on YouTube for those of you who don't get Cox Sports
And we'd love for you to come out here and have a Monday at Morton's Restaurant in the banks of the Tchefuncte River in Madisonville. We get here about 11 o'clock on Mondays. Call Morton's or check on our website at BayouWildTV.com for our schedule. I hope you'll join us again next week for another edition of Bayou Wild TV.